let's turn to Elon Musk. And a story from Forbes. It's a video on what his company is up to. Here we go.
A U.S. intelligence agency has awarded a contract to SpaceX to develop a network of spy satellites in a deal worth $1.8 billion, Reuters reported, seemingly confirming reports suggesting billionaire Elon Musk's company is becoming more involved with the U.S. government.
No.
The National Reconnaissance Office agreed to a contract with SpaceX's Starshield program in 2021 to develop spy satellites for the agency, Reuters reported, citing anonymous sources familiar with the program. However, it remains unknown how many satellites SpaceX is developing for the agency and what other companies are included in the Starshield program. The satellites will have Earth imaging capabilities and will be able to operate as a swarm in low orbit, additionally enabling the U.S. to track targets on the ground and share data with U.S. intelligence and military officials, sources said.
They forgot to tell you they want to put a Neuralink mesh network in the back of your head that will hook you up to his U.S. government-funded satellites.
Yeah, right, exactly. But Elon Musk, the notion that Elon Musk is this guy independent of the government is absolutely ridiculous. He's just an appendage, and it's part and parcel of the federal government. What it can't do legitimately itself, it just outsources to these companies like Twitter and Google and Tesla, whoever else. They just say, well, we can't do it, so we're going to outsource it to Elon.
Right, but it's when the Reagan administration came in, you had the 47 and 49 Act. So you had a huge amount of money available to finance these kinds of projects, and the defense budget going. But then you do an executive order that makes essentially makes it possible for private corporations to do highly classified projects. So now you've linked a capacity to borrow an infinite amount of money and use that money to drive up corporate stocks, which generates capital gains, which is the source of campaign contributions. So you've created a money printing machine that goes directly into private profit. And that's part of why we have so much financial method on. It's just driving up all these stocks. So if you look at Boeing stock, you've got all this money pumping through, and it's driving that stock up in a way that makes anybody playing that game, it gives them the ability to outpower, everybody else in the economy who has to earn their money with market discipline.
Wow.
Right.
What you just described is the best description I've ever heard of the electioneering juggernaut rigged game that how things work today.
Right. And what you're playing a game of who's got the lowest cost of capital, and you've built a machinery that can subsidize private corporations with massive amounts of, negative interest rate money, right? So you've created the bifurcation you're seeing, in winners and losers is a bifurcation of who's got access to that financial method on.
It's a total access game. It's outsourced sovereign functionality, drive up stock profits, recycle the money into politicians who are going to do the corporate bidding.
But as you do that, you move the most valuable technology in the world into private hands that can keep it secret and are not subject to FOIA. Right?
Yeah, exactly. They're not subject to FOIA. There's no transparency. We're going to do it all in the dark.
Right. Taxpayers are financing a growth of a private industry that generates private profits for a select group of people, and they're using government and sovereign technology, basically to take over the world. It's a coup.
It's a coup.